So I want to talk about the current status of premium format. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we are in August now. Woohoo! Actually, we did it, everybody. So the game right now, I've noticed a couple of things with this format. Playing 2 out of 3 for a premium event was a little bit challenging. Now, personally, I know everybody's like, oh, I want 2 out of 3 format, Robbie. You know, I really want to play it. If rounds are taken 50 minutes, and you've got people out here that are just now starting game 2 after 50 minutes, well, you have either people really slow playing out here, or you have a format that is so complex now at this point in time that it is taking that long to kind of go through those sorts of interactions. And, you know, that's an interesting problem. One I will have to work on for our next major tournament series. And if you don't remember, we just had the Rivals Challenge series. You can look back on the video on this channel. I actually quite enjoyed hosting an event for everybody out here. Thank you to everybody that did come out and play in our event. I will be doing another premium challenge in the future. So I just want to point out, hey, you know, if you want to, we advertise it on every single video leading up to it. So it is something I do want to do kind of going forward. Now, with all of that being said, where do we sit on the format itself? I will tell you here, we do have the crest generators coming for Harry and Night Rose in the next couple of weeks. And I am massively intrigued to see not only what those are going to do, but how they're going to shape premium as a whole. One of the biggest things that I've heard from this community is people are like, ban the crest generators, get rid of them out of premium. And I'm sitting here and I don't want to ban the crest generators out of premium. If anything, the crest generators are the only things that are changing the current scope of the premium card pool. Like, I hate to tell you that right now. All right, like, as much as you might look at it and go, yeah, those crest generators, yeah, the extra draw card, yeah, having the extra condition. Well, what if you miss that extra condition? Those crest generators, for all intents and purposes of keeping things flavorful, every, you know, couple of months, that's the best we're getting right now. I think it's very important, or else premium dies. A lot of the fun that the format itself gets to experience, if you take that away from it, it's no fun anymore. And I find those crest generators to be that important to the scope of things. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I am very curious to see that. So that's like kind of what we're looking forward to in like the power-ups department, at least for, you know, our playtesting. We did notice Grandblue pre-crest generator out here does feel extremely powerful. My only major worry about looking at Grandblue is the deck plays so inherently slow that if you don't know how to play that deck at a quick pace, I feel like you're going to lose a lot. And that's a big thing that you've got to really, really watch for with Grandblue. I would also possibly go into the same category of looking at decks that just take longer turns. Especially with Bushiroad coming up here with these, you know, the double losses for, you know, not getting done in time. You cannot play these games that are going to cost you. You need to play decks that are either going to be decently paced, or, you know, you're going to find yourself in a terrible situation. So why my friend chose to play Valkyrion, of all things. You know, Valk being able to, you know, either you win or you lose. That's all there is. And that's what we call a high roll deck right now. I think that's one of the cool things about premium at this point, is you have such cool high roll options available to you. You don't obviously have to access those high roll options. You know, you could very well choose to play literally anything else and still be fine. But you have to remember right now that maybe you just want to have some fun. You know, playing a high roll deck, there's nothing wrong with it. I would almost consider Angel Gize to be a high roll variation, because, you know, if you do see 5 triggers heading on into that grade 3 turn, or, you know, your opponent first striding into it and you're getting to that Gize, 30k defense is such a pinnacle to deal with in that early stages of the game that it's pretty stupid. Also, Angel Gize, I'm not saying that like the deck is inherently broken, because it really isn't. But we're just kind of back at a point right now that if people aren't being aggro enough or knowing how to handle these matchups, you're just going to be in a really, really bad situation. Now, what's up with Gredora? I'm going to be honest with you. Gredora does kind of exist back off over here. It's still doing its thing. That part has not changed. I think what's kind of changed is, I would almost say, like, with a format being more complicated and having these timers placed on these events, you know, Gredora needs the long game in order to win. And if Gredora's not finishing those games by the time that timer's done, you know, or finding a way to kind of close out things, then that's why you're seeing Gredora kind of fall off. You know, in a world where the format's unlimited and you can take your sweet time playing, that's a completely different creature. All right. And that's, if you're heading into BCS season here and you're looking at Gredora as a deck, I hope you can close out games while your opponent is taking their sweet time reading your Gredora stride for the 4th time. All right, like, that's just the reality of the situation right now. What about Nubatama? I'm going to be honest with you. Nuba kind of feels like the best deck in the room right now. I'll be honest with you. From last BCS season, looking at a lot of those top cuts, I was almost for sure certain that Bushiroad was going to look at Nubatama and do something to the deck. You know, not only do you have the crest generation, you have the extra power on those columns. Now you have restanders being handed to the deck right now. You got a lot to think about out here. All right, I want to re-emphasize that to you. Your options are limitless in terms of what that deck is actually capable of putting up on the table. So just kind of think about that for a second here. Also, I mean, yeah, sure, a quick shield, you know, a protect mark, all the little stupid things that, you know, your opponent can chum block to stop the Renai BS. Yeah, it does exist. It doesn't really matter. Also, there's a lot of ebb and flow right now in the format. I think slower decks are really kind of getting punished in the long sense. It's not to say that Grandblue can't close out games. It's not to say that Gredora can't close out games. It's not to say Angel Gize isn't one of the better options right now. But if you do not have a quick sense of the meta or a good grasp of things and you're trying to play in premium, it's going to be a little bit rough. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's definitely learnable. Outside of that, the scope of premium going forward for the next couple months, I'm curious to see what they're going to do in January for our next set of promos, because these G-Guards, or G-Guard generators, while they were really cool and cute, the splash that they made was not that good. They need to make specific promos more attuned to like V-Series support and do like 2 of those a month and just kind of power up, instead of generic clan stuff, kind of pick the themes and actually give good support to them. I would be cool with that. I think that's what you need to do. Pick all 24 clans, pick a specific subname, and power them up with a support card across the board. But alas, That's where we are right now. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCool40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcoolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool play mats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.